This is Slow Mo Joe Timeless Poetry Show. I'm Slow Mo Joe. This is the vehicle of expression woven into words, and tonight we have Twilight Quicken on.
How you doing, Slow Mo Joe? Good to be on again.
Good. We have some poetry for you today.
Yes, we do. So, who's gonna lead, Slow Mo Joe?
So you could take the lead, and then I'll go.
So I got this muse a while ago for Wormhole Poems. They're coming out in a new book of mine I'm working on. My safe word is bananas. This is from Wormhole Poems, a section in that book. I will tell you of the spirit of black and white, the game they play with us. Are we not pieces? Is this ecology not a board? When light meets shadow, our dreams unfold in ghostly penetration. Like a drama of dramatic weather acting out its station and lines over a wind-tossed sea. A whirlwind of mystery is turning, ever around, turning. Soupy juice of raindrops gusted before a face. The mask of a thunderclap, shutter snap now. In exaltation, the blue turns to gray, the gray to black. That light line of puff white clouds descends, pregnant with amazing constraints, the sky that opens to let loose the glorious downpour. And voice and awe is uploaded, and in the flash of lightning, we analyze our own place on the board. What games are played in black and white that we offer the sweet exchange of this moment? Like a dream to awaken in otherness, like a moment we taste of timelessness. True poetry is found in the subtlety of contrasts.
I dig it.
It's Wormhole Poems by Richard Andrew Olkusz out of my safe word is bananas. Should be coming out soon.
Feel engulfed and entrenched into the words.
Sweet. What do you got for us, Slow Mo Joe?
I have an oldie from about 20 years ago. It is from Apparitions of a Warrior by Joseph Evaldi. Evil One, it's called Lost Chronicle. Evil ones shed their evil minds. They always cause havoc and destroy one's happiness. Maybe it's truly time to do what I want. I am in the shadow of others. I face the battle of good and evil. There always is a source of facing trouble. Some want to defeat it. Times have truly changed, but people haven't. They are jealous. They are envious. They are out for themselves. From this, Moray's builds. As much as it's called to be a favorite, others should know the price of their fear. If they don't, then their fear will hurt them. As those people who are happy, they will laugh at the jealous. Beware, because that fear is the only thing that separates people from being who they are.
Well, that wraps up nicely. I can dig it. That's some bottle stuff.
Yes, it was an oldie.
And what book is that one in?
In Apparitions of a Warrior.
Yeah, I gotta check more of that out. He's got posy, folks. And now, a reading from William Blake, The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. This is from The Voice of the Devil. All Bibles or sacred codes have been the causes of the following errors. 1. that man has two real existing principles, vis-a-vis a body and a soul. 2. That energy, called evil, is alone from the body, and that reason, called good, is alone from the soul. And 3. That God will torment man in eternity for following his energies. But the following contraries to these are true. 1. Man has no body distinct from his soul, for that called body is a portion of the soul discerned by the 5 senses, the chief inlets of soul in this age. And 2. Energy is the only life, and is from the body, and in reason is bound for outward circumference of energy. And 3. Energy is eternal delight. Those who restrain desire do so because theirs is weak enough to be restrained, and the restrainer of reason usurps its place and governs the unwilling. And being restrained, it by degrees becomes passive till it is only the shadow of desire. The history of this written in Paradise Lost, and the governor of reason is called Messiah. The original archangel, or possessor of the command of the heavenly host, is called the devil or Satan, and his children are called sin and death. But in the book of Job, Milton's Messiah is called Satan. For this history has been adopted by both parties. It has indeed appeared to reason as if desire was cast out. But the devil's account is that the Messiah fell and formed the heaven of what he stole from the abyss. So, we could go on, but Blake, that's, again, the voice of the devil. The devil is saying that he's Messiah. You see?
Yes.
It's a whole other thing there. But that's what Blake brings to the table. So, you have a famous one for us?
All I want to do is say a comment.
Sure.
If one falls from the abyss too long and feels they're a god, they could claim they're a god.
Yes, that's interesting. And I think that's basically what he's trying to do, after all. And who am I but a poet?
Who are we but poets?
Yes, how can we know such things?
Yes. Let's just go back to that. I'm gonna read a poem by Emily Dickinson. And it is a short one, I might add. It's called I'm Nobody. Who are you? I am nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd advertise, you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public. Like a fraud. To tell one's name the live long day. To an admirer. Fuck.
Oh, dig it. Alright. Pretty good. It's always recommended her to me, all the poets that I've come across. Some nice stuff. So, back to one of ours. This is another one from the same source as before. My safe word is bananas. Another wormhole poem. This is Spirit of the Season of Bounty. Spirit of the Season of Bounty. Sunlight cuts cotton candy mists as tree breath gasps in bird song jubilation. Have you heard the melancholy and the harmony when buds are briskly blossoming? Voices of wind and rain, gesticulations of lightning, brings an omen as thunder claps its cosmic percussion. Rumbling echoes touch our perception of downpour, beauty of Demeter and Sophia dancing to a piper unseen. How many days and nights of bounty have passed by untreasured, into voices of surprise Volta is stolen, and candles return to our culture. We who forgot true dark in light-polluted midnight. This is not sign enough that these dreams may end at any moment, yet we go on, unable to savor the rose. Weather is not elementary enough of force. It is in each timeless rain-streaked gale struck that we feel our place within this enormity of bliss.
Very good.
Wormhole Poems by Richard Andrew Olkusz should be coming out soon.
Check it out, folks.
Yeah, sooner or later it'll happen. So what's next on the agenda?
I have a poem for you all. It's from Apparitions of a Warrior by Evaldi. It's called Deceiving Truth. Into a state of paranoia, everything that is felt or will approach its state of mind. In an unclear state, I try to regain my strength. However, the forces are too tough, and they keep pulling me in for more. They have the power to make your world and squash it within 1 minute. If happiness works, then they tease you with it and make you feel emptiness. If you are searching for the one, then it can be tough and painful, but worth it in the end. Watchers should be aware the misery will happen to you. Love with the one is real, though the imitation will fool and even hurt you. It has to me, and I am trying to recuperate from it. Beware of this fate before it hurts you. Something was written many years ago, but
you can feel the fire in those words. It's definitely living. Definitely living.
It tells a tale of somebody going through their romantic struggle.
Yes, yes. Life is a struggle at times. So, now back to another famous one from me. Again, I go to the works of William Blake. One of my favorites. Had a really good, important message. I saw a chapel all of gold. I saw a chapel all of gold. I saw a chapel all of gold, that none did dare to enter in. And many weeping stood without, weeping, mourning, worshipping. I saw a serpent rise between the white pillars of the door, and he forced and forced and forced. Down the golden hinges tore, and along the pavements sweet, set with pearls and rubies bright, all his slimy length he drew, till upon the altar white, vomiting his poison out on the bread and on the wine. So I turned into a sty and laid me down among the swine.
Wow.
I saw a chapel of gold by William Blake. Powerful, that anti-Babylonian message, folks. Makes a lot of sense to me. And he saw that way upon a day long ago. I'll tell you, worth checking out. William Blake is immeasurably beneficial to me and my muse.
Very, very good.
Alright, Slow Mo Joe, what do you got on the famous end?
This not necessarily famous poet.
Oh.
However,